Tonight's top story, pension predicament. Drastic changes that could mean higher property taxes for all New Yorkers. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jim Cambrick. Benita will join us live from our Save a Life blood drive in just a few moments. First, our top story, though. Whether or not you have a pension with the state, changes in the retirement plan could affect your bank account. Local governments are looking at a 37% spike in cost to the pension fund in 2 years. A burden that could be passed on to all of us. Beth Wortman is here with more on how much we could be forced to pay. Good evening, Beth.
Good evening, Jim. Well, that will depend on the county you live in, but Albany County is already predicting an 8% property tax hike or drastic cuts in services and workforce.
We've had a very bad year. We're going to have to make up for that market loss.
Not only has the state pension fund had a bad year, taxpayers may have a bad time helping to make up for it. State Comptroller Tom DiNapoli announcing changes that will pile on costs for local governments that in turn could be passed on to everyone.
This should not be a surprise. We've been warning about this. The financial market collapse has affected everyone in this country, including public pension plans.
Maybe not a surprise to local governments, but certainly a jolt. The average contribution rates that municipalities will pay for the employee retirement system will go from 11.9% to 16.3% by the year 2012. For the police and fire retirement system, an increase from 18.2% to 21.6%.
But the magnitude of it, that alone, that pension increase is an 8% real property tax increase.
Albany County Executive Mike Breslin says the county is already grappling with a $40 million deficit, so the pension rate increases could mean higher taxes or cutting the workforce. Rensselaer County Executive Jimino said in a statement, if the state is going to continue to gouge us and our taxpayers in this manner while continually increasing the unfunded mandates we're required to pay, they might as well just shut down local governments, as no one can or should be forced to pay for these outrageous costs. But DiNapoli says the increases are necessary to keep the pension fund secure.
We had a market loss. We're still having to absorb that loss. The good news is we have more money in our fund now than we did at the low point in 09. We're continuing to be smart about how we invest that money.
Now, Cohoes Mayor John McDonald is also weighing in, telling us tonight he's not surprised by the increase or happy about it, but feels when the economy is down, the comptroller has to take a responsible approach to keep the fund solvent. I'm Beth Wortman. Jim?